Good evening and welcome to Celebrate CRA 2021, Pathways to a Just Economy. Tonight, we honor those who have taken the lead in transforming financial lives for Delawareans through advocacy, education, and legislation during one of the hardest times in recent history. To kick things off, give a warm welcome to DCRAC's own Executive Director, Rashmi Rangan.
Good evening, friends. Celebrate CRA 2021 in a style of 2020-2021. Virtual. Gosh, we hope and pray one day soon we'll be together, but this is where we are today. Thank you for being with us. 1977 October was when the Community Reinvestment Act was signed into law. 1987, Jim Sills, our founder, organizes leaders from the state and founds the Delaware Community Reinvestment Act. 10 years later, 1997, we launched Celebrate CRA, and it has been a glorious several decades of celebrating CRA with you. The purpose of Celebrate CRA, of course, is to generate revenue. So thank you, sponsors, so very much for your continued generosity, especially during these very difficult times for us and our community. It's also to raise our profile, introduce and reintroduce ourselves to you. And finally, to highlight those who make our world what it is, particularly Delaware, what it is. The last 2 years, there have been so many things we have had to digest. Living in this virtual environment, living with the pandemic, and raising issues of social justice. Now, this may be new, but it isn't for us. For Delaware Community Reinvestment Action, this call for investing in our communities is a pathway to the just economy. Community Reinvestment Act is a pathway to a just economy. Thank you.
Now joining us on the stage, Money School Director, Jasmine Lilly.
Hello.
Hi, Jasmine.
Hello, Rashmi.
It's so nice to stand here to talk about our greatest pride and joy, the Money School.
Absolutely. I'm happy to be here.
Yes. Let me talk a little about all of DCRAC staff. We all are no different than our clients, right?
Absolutely.
I mean, our lived experiences could very easily be any one of our clients, right?
Yes.
So, with that as backdrop, at what point did you realize, I think it is time to take control of my finances?
Well, I can recall times where I was literally living paycheck to paycheck. It was almost worse than paycheck to paycheck. My bank at the time, they would let me overdraft my account and had an overdraft allowance set at hundreds of dollars. I would overdraft my account to take care of my bills and necessities and be charged with an overdraft fee each time. On top of that, I would also get an extended overdraft fee because I wouldn't get my paycheck for 2 weeks. By the time my paycheck came, it withdrew all the money right away, and I was back at square one. It was a cycle that was ongoing, almost. My credit cards were maxed. I even resorted to a payday loan that charged me in excess of 300%. Can you believe that? At that point, I knew it couldn't be life. There had to be a better way.
Yeah. All these years, 30 plus years, I've spent trying to tell all our listeners who may need this advice, give something different a try. And until you came along, you put it so beautifully, What I'm doing is hard. What you're asking me to do is hard. So choose your heart. I mean, what a simple concept, but I could not in all these 3 decades get that across. So tell me about that a little.
Absolutely. It's all hard. Struggling is hard. If trying to figure out where your next money is going to come from to pay your bills is hard. So right now that I have gotten the hang of things and been able to, secure my money management skills and make sure that they're right, the hardest part now is resisting the temptation of unnecessary spending. It's funny that you would think that, but I've been able to establish an emergency savings, positive credit lines, and extra income. So that gives me the illusion of having spare money. So it's tempting not to go out and splurge and buy this and buy that.
I know the illusion of having spare money. And when you have that illusion, it is difficult to stay disciplined. So
Absolutely.
What is it that keeps you focused and disciplined and,
Absolutely. I remember where I've been and I never want to go back there. It's a constant reminder of where I don't want to be. What also stays at the top of my mind is ultimately where I want to end up, the life that I want to live. I envision it, I picture it, and then I work backwards and do things that'll put me in position to obtain those goals. And being financially secure, being free from debt, and continuously building wealth to live the life that I choose and leave for my children is all the motivation I need. And it does get hard, but thinking about the lifestyle I want makes it that much easier.
So you are the money school director, right?
Yes.
What would you say to Delawareans and nationwide and worldwide in the virtual environment we are in today? How could they benefit, or how could they participate in the money school, and what benefits would they enjoy?
I believe that no matter how much money you have or how much money you don't have, it's important to understand how it works and how to manage it properly. The money school can teach you the ins and outs of money. It can equip you with the tools you need to get it done and get it done in the right way. You have the benefit of uncovering the myths of money and having your questions answered by volunteer financial instructors. It's important to know the facts, and money school can give you that. We live in a world of social media and fake news. We want to stay on top of what's right, and the money school can help with that.
I know money school, in addition to your passion, your mission, your vision, it's also a job. And like any job, there are things we don't like about it, which we won't talk about today. But there are things that you just love about it. So what are some of the things you just love about the money school?
Well, for starters, I enjoy being the director because I'm able to learn. Each thing that we teach, each new topic, I'm able to soak that all in and utilize that in my everyday life. Another great thing about being the money school director is sharing the information that I learn with my community. It's something that we're all faced with. We're all faced with financial challenges. And I'm able to teach those things to the community to help them reach their goals.
Like you sometimes say, any talk can be about anything. Somehow or the other, always ends up in a money dialogue.
Absolutely. It's all about the money.
It's all about the money. Jasmine, thank you so very much. It's been a joy having you lead the Money School at DCREC.
Thank you.
We move now to a segment about DCRAC law, led by Deputy Director Jacqueline Quinn.
DCRAC Law is Delaware's low bono law firm. We opened this firm in 2019 to offer estate planning, probate assistance, deed transfers, small business representation, and contract review for our clients at affordable rates. Of course, we also continue to operate Delaware's only low-income tax clinic, representing clients with tax controversies at no cost to them. DCRAC Law's practice areas are in place to ensure our clients are able to build, maintain, and transfer their wealth. Access to these legal services is crucial in a just economy.
And now a few words by DCRAC founder Jim Sills on why he started the organization.
Last advocacy act before your political career took over was founding this great organization, DCRAC. What got you thinking about it, and how did you make it happen?
Well, in 1987, Congress passed a law,
Right.
Community Reinvestment Act, which was expected to get the banks to be more responsive to the needs of low-income and minority groups. And one of the stipulations in the law was that when a bank sought to expand or to merge with another bank, it had to get federal approval. And the federal approval required that local groups, community groups, have some input and have some say, have some chance to react to the proposed merger or expansion that the banks were seeking to make. And Delaware Trust, in 1987, was being considered to be merged with a bank in Philadelphia. And under the Community Reinvestment Act, we filed a protest. We said there are a lot of things that the Delaware Trust has not done, especially in terms of making loans available to low-income people in census tracts in the Wilmington area. So we filed a protest. We said the merger shouldn't go through unless Delaware Trust made some changes in its policies and procedures and was in a position to be more responsive to the needs of low-income communities. We won that protest. The federal government did approve Delaware Trust being absorbed by a bank in Philadelphia, but required Delaware Trust to make some changes in its loan policies and to be more responsive to the credit needs of low-income people in the Wilmington area.
James H. Sills Jr., a visionary civil rights leader, launched DCREC in 1987. 10 years later, we held our first annual Celebrate CRA event to lift up our work and the contributions of others. In honor of our founder, we recognize an individual or an organization that makes an impact in our lives. This year, our theme is Pathways to a Just Economy. Safe communities, reproductive justice, and smart justice campaigns all are pathways to building a just economy. We agree with Network Delaware that leadership development, civic engagement, and policy change are very effective strategies and applaud their determination. Network Delaware's statewide reach and cross-sector training is impressive. Over the last few years, calls for community reinvestment have been magnified. Though we can only present this James H. Sills Jr. CRA Leadership Award to Network Delaware and its fierce leader, Drew Ceres, and his team, we wish we could do more. Our promise is to be here for you when you need us. I also want to take a moment to share my condolences for the loss of Cecilia Escobar Duplan, a Network Delaware member and volunteer. Her steadfast commitment to change in the community is truly admirable. As a huge fan of Eugene Young, the founder, and Drew Ceres, the executive director, it is quite an honor to present this award named for my mentor, the James H. Sills Jr. CRA Leadership Award.
Superpower is our superpower!
My name is Gobi Owens. I am a community organizer with Network Delaware. Over the last few years, when looking back at Network Delaware and where it started and where it's at today, you really just see how much of a people-centered, focused organization it is. Helping ordinary people, everyday Delawareans find their voice and to make positive change in their community. Finding the tools and the resources that they need is something that I see in this organization and that I truly believe is why this organization is so successful. It is driven by everyday people to get involved and make change in their communities. For me personally, I stay involved with Network Delaware because I have found my own set of tools and new skills that has helped me personally become a better organizer and to give back to my community. I believe that Network Delaware is a shining light here in Delaware, and they're such a deserving organization because they are building a just economy, because they care about the people. They care about the mass mobilization of everyday people to find a voice here in Delaware.
My name is Kirsten Walther, and I'm the Northern Newcastle County organizer for Network Delaware. And Network Delaware means so much to me personally and has been so integral to my growth. I had never done an issue campaign, any kind of activism, any involvement in politics before I had met Drew back in 2017. And I really believe in the mission of Network Delaware of empowering regular people, no matter where they're at, no matter what skills they currently have, to become change agents. That's the reason I stayed involved with Network Delaware, because of the bonds I made, because of the idea that people really cared and people were really invested in my growth, and that even though I didn't have a lot of experience, I could in turn invest in other people's growth. And I'm just so thrilled that Network is receiving this award for a pathway to a just economy, because this whole idea of building collective power is so built into the way that we run things, the way that our programs are run, the way that we built out these volunteer-led teams. And I'm super excited to keep doing that work, because we have so much more work to do to build that collective power to fight for economic justice throughout Delaware.
My name is Cheyenne Miller, and I'm a community organizer with Network Delaware. And Network Delaware means a lot to me because it's one of the first organizations that I've been with that works to make sure that anybody who has any skill level can get involved with community organizing. It doesn't matter Whether you've been in it for a long time or whether it's your first day and you've never done any type of activism or community organizing, you can get involved with Network Delaware. And the philosophy, of the fact that it's building people's ability to do the work themselves is a philosophy that completely jives with me. And so that's the reason why I love being involved with Network Delaware. It's also the reason why I believe that Network Delaware is paving the way for a just economy, because if we can't get everyone involved, if people can't be able to do the work for their communities on their own as opposed to having someone come in and rescue them, then I don't see how we can pave the path to a just economy.
Hi, my name is Taisha Greer. I'm a community organizer in the Kent County area with Network Delaware. And I'm excited about this award because Network Delaware, I've always been one who believed that people power was our superpower. If we could collectively do things together, anything was possible. Network Delaware has shown me, when I first got connected with them, I was looking for hope, and they gave me so much more. They showed me that we really can empower people. We can empower the people who are most directly affected to be the change agents that they need to be in their community. So I'm excited to be able to receive this award on behalf of Network Delaware and to be part of Network Delaware. And I just look forward to seeing many more change agents develop throughout the state and help each person become more and more empowered to follow their passions and become a more equitable economic community.
My name is Drew Saris. I'm Network Delaware's coordinator, and I'm so excited to be following the stepping stones of the Delaware Community Reinvestment Action Council and all of their amazing work. Feel lucky every day that I get to learn with Network Delaware and its people, because when I first started to get involved in Delaware, I wasn't sure where to start and wasn't sure to turn to. And then I've been hearing the same things with the people we work with every day at Network Delaware. People want to get involved, they want to make a difference, but they need that first step. And so whether they want to fight for fair wages, whether they want to fight for housing rights, whether they want to fight for healthcare, they're looking for opportunities to not just make a difference, but also learn with others. So I'm, again, so happy to be here, and thank you for all the work you do.
Congratulations to Network Delaware on winning the Jim Sills Award. To present the Jim Angus Award, none other than the man himself, Jim Angus.
My name is James Angus, and I really am proud once again to be able to present on behalf of DCRAC an award in my name. Now, I'd like for a moment for you each to allow me to climb inside your mind's eye. And when I'm in that special place, tear down the walls, erase the red and the blue, the political parties, the schisms and the isms, and just think of what would be universally agreed upon by all of us. Everyone in this country deserves a decent place to live for them and their family. Everyone earns the right to have a decent wage to support their family. And I'm talking about more than the minimum support recognized by the federal government. Everyone deserves a quality education through high school and perhaps 2 years or 4 years beyond. And we all deserve access to adequate medical care. But do we? No. And who are the ones that don't? I don't need to name them. We know who they are. And why is it so? It's so because government at all levels can't get the job done. So that leaves it to a band of warriors with grit and determination to undertake the task of providing such services, or access to such services. These are the nonprofits and their brothers and sister organizations of whatever ilk. They advocate on behalf of the people who have no advocacy. By this award, DCRAC is honoring the National Coalition of 100 Black Women, the Delaware chapter. This organization takes on the challenges posed to Black women and girls in all of these areas I've discussed and more. Delaware is a better place to live because of their mission and their hard work. I'm humbled that DCRAC has taken this opportunity to recognize the work of the National Coalition of 100 Black Women Delaware chapter and all they do to improve and empower lives. Thank you.
Congratulations.
Thank you so much. So thank you, Mr. Angus. I am Melanie Spate Daniels, the president of the National Coalition 100 Black Women Delaware chapter, and we are honored and thrilled to receive this award today. We're so excited about the work that we're doing, really committed to Pathways to a Just Economy, and specifically our Sisternomics program. We'd love for you and everyone else watching to hear all about it, so please listen to this video.
I am Melanie Spate Daniels, president of the National Coalition 100 Black Women Delaware chapter, where our mission is to advocate on behalf of Black women and girls to promote leadership development and gender equity in the areas of education, health, and economic empowerment. We, the Delaware chapter, are an organization destined to make a difference in Delaware. We were founded in 1995. We've been dedicated to advocating for Black women and girls unapologetically, helping them to make change in their lives so that positive change can happen in their communities. Our journey has and continues to be to make the difference in Delaware. The National Coalition 100 Black Women Delaware chapter is very proud of our economic empowerment thrust programming. It started out as My Sister's Keeper, now Sisternomics, because we are so committed to creating, sustaining, maintaining a pathway to a just economy. Currently, Black women must work until August of the following year to achieve the same amount of income that white males average in a year. That means the year before, ending in December 31st. We must close the wage gap so that Black women can provide for their families, because when Black women do well, the world does well. The Delaware chapter works to provide educational programming for Black women and women of color that give them the tools and encouragement to achieve financially. So under Sisternomics, our signature empowerment initiative has 5 prongs: workforce development, equal pay for equal work, affordable housing, home ownership, and entrepreneurship. We believe that these 5-pronged approaches to success economically for Black women, women of color, and girls will indeed change the community.
Congratulations to the National Coalition of 100 Black Women, Delaware chapter, in keeping with our trend, presenting the Blanche Jackson Award. Blanche Jackson.
I'm Blanche Jackson, CEO of Stepping Stones Community Federal Credit Union. I volunteered with the credit union since 2011 before joining as staff in 2018. I am proud to present the Volunteerism Award in my name. This year's theme, Pathways to a Just Economy, allows us to highlight the great work done to ensure our economy is inclusive to all, especially formerly incarcerated and returning individuals who've been marginalized well beyond serving their time. Since 2019, we've worked with Project New Start and their executive director, Priscilla Turgan. Project New Start's mission is to combat violence and reduce recidivism. One aspect of this work is to support returning citizens as they re-enter the workforce. Banking is vital to each person's success. Stepping Stones continues to partner with Project New Start by offering financial training and bank accounts to participants. To make this transition even easier, Stepping Stones is working with the Department of Correction to open savings accounts for inmates so that they are ready and able to begin banking upon their release. Priscilla, team, we are pleased to present you with the Blanche Jackson Volunteerism Award for your initiative and dedication to participation in banking. Thank you for creating vital pathways for those you serve.
Accepting for Project New Start, Priscilla Turgan.
Thank you so much for the award, and I'm pleased to accept this on behalf of Project New Start, and especially where it's an honor to have this award be the Blanche Jackson Award, because I want to say that we are quite honored to accept this award. But in reality, I feel that it's a really recognition of the programs and the partnerships and the collaborations that have helped us meet, that brought us to Stepping Stones in the first place. We were introduced to Stepping Stones through our partnership with Laura Wilburn and the Urban Bike Project, and she introduced us again to her partnership with Discover Card, who introduced us to Blanche. And I have to say, when we met Blanche, any idea we had about how we could work together and partner for her services to benefit our folks, Blanche was immediately willing and able to think outside the box to how she could meet our needs. And then the other piece of this big puzzle, it should be not only the Blanche Jackson Award, but the Alicia Adams Award, because Alicia is a member of our board. She's a secretary, and Alicia has been providing financial literacy education to inmates in the Delaware Department of Correction for approximately 15 years. So having Alicia at the table with all her insight into what inmates need really has created and strengthened this partnership in a lot of different directions. So again, we are so honored to receive this award, but please know that we are accepting it in honor also of all of our collaborators and partners, and especially to Blanche and Alicia. Thank you very much.
Congratulations once again to Project New Start. Now welcome to the stage, Albert Griffith, presenting the Austin Edison Award.
I am Albert Griffith, and I have the honor of serving as board chair of the Delaware Community Reinvestment Action Council. I am retired from the state of Delaware, where I worked for 40 years. I also run a tax and accounting firm located in Claymont. Thank you for celebrating CRA with us. Each year, we take this time to recognize the amazing work done for and by our community, and I am joined by inspiring individuals in this year's program. I joined the DCRAC board in 2008 and served 3 terms before taking a 1-year hiatus. I rejoined in 2019 and assumed my current role in 2021. DCRAC is important to me because its mission and goals align with my personal and professional goals. In my previous employment, I assisted the citizens of Delaware with various state services. I have always tried to help my friends, colleagues, clients, and others with knowledge I have obtained during my career. I am also proud of DCRAC's ability to continue to grow and offer additional services, such as the credit union, money school, and legal services. I've been there for the growing pains and the tough decisions. As DCRAC evolved into its current form, there are challenges, certainly, but a solid footing stands the money school, nonprofit law firm, and Stepping Stones Community Federal Credit Union. This foundation was built by Rashmi, her team, and supported by the leadership of dedicated board members. Last year, we named the annual Board of Directors Award after one of our members who is no longer with us, Austin J. Edison. This year, I have the distinct pleasure to present the Austin J. Edison Award to our recently retired board member, Dominic Pedante. Dom served as chairman of the board and also held various roles over the years. Dom was a tremendous resource to DCRAC as he worked with his network to bring the right people into the DCRAC fold. We will always cherish dinner meetings at the Pedante residence, complete with Jay's delicious meatballs and Dom's steady leadership through transitions. From chartering the credit union to launching the law firm, Dom was an integral member of the leadership team. Please join me in congratulating Dom Pedante as this year's recipient of the Austin J. Edison Board of Directors Award.
Thank you. I'd like to say thanks to the Board of Directors of DCRAC for this humbling award, and especially since in the memory of Austin Edison, who was a board member for DCRAC for many years. Besides that, he was also a pillar of the community and did volunteer work in a number of organizations. During my time on the Board of Directors at DCRAC, I saw many advances for the organization and new entities that they produced on behalf of the citizens of Delaware. I would like to also say thanks to all of our partners that have worked with us over the years. And my hope for the future of DCRAC is to continue their mission and provide equitable financial information and protection for all Delawareans. Thank you for this wonderful award.
To help close things out, welcome back to the stage, Jacqueline Quinn.
This year, we have been on the roller coaster ride of virtual meetings, social distancing, and carefully meeting clients to sign very important documents. Stepping Stones continues to work to enhance online banking while also serving members at the branch. We are fortunate all of our offices have remained open and available to our clients every day. We've weathered the storm with strength and commitment to our mission thanks to our boards of directors, staff, clients, funders, partners, and friends. As we celebrate CRA 2021, we are hopeful for a return to our annual award dinner, a convenient excuse to have a big party with our closest friends. But please don't be shy. Our doors and computer screens are always open for you. Thank you to our sponsors for making this program possible. To our awardees, Network Delaware, Project New Start, National Coalition of 100 Black Women, Delaware Chapter, and Dom Pedante, we are truly thankful for all you have done and will continue to do to make a change in our state. We hope you will take an opportunity to join a money school class, save at Stepping Stones Community Federal Credit Union, review your will or tax bill with a DCRAC attorney, and look for ways to advocate for more pathways to a just economy. We are all counting on you to join us. Thank you for celebrating CRA with us.
Thanks for tuning in to Celebrate CRA 2021, Pathways to a Just Economy. A special thanks to our sponsors for your continued support. We invite you all to visit dcrac.org to learn more about how you can get involved.